the crap? I got on early this morning and it took 3 straight losses, bro. That stuff was crazy. Look at that. That's crazy. Oh, they gave me another loss. Wow. Bro, this game. Man, what the crap, bro? This stuff blowing me, dog. Bro. Yeah, you gotta do better, bro. The match. Like, what the crap? How y'all give me a loss? Wicked stuff.
Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the USC Trojans and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Trojans headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. To the edge, it's Marshall. Still on his feet at the 35. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Gets the back moving. Drops back on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names. And Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Extending the play. He's going to run it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive.
Snags it, and he's open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Trojans will hustle to the line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Kicked off. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop.
He's good. Fair play. Peace and love, man.
Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here comes the hurry up. Hand off again. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Here's Underwood to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Makes a grab for a big play. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And the extra point was good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start
It's
the
good,
drive from
kids.
inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. Running free. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Southern Cal. A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. His drive
Good
will
crash.
open from the 15. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Now he's looking into the middle. He's got it way down the field. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Play fake, Underwood. Throws to the tight end. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This defense has a lot of speed.
27. Appreciate that follow.
Saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
2nd and long here. Straight ahead, it's Marshall. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays.
That's good, Marcus.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter.
Doggone, I keep running. What's good? No signal. Y'all run the likes up, man. Do me a favor. Click the link in the bio. Come follow on the purple app.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Leaves it with the back. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Trojans use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. No,
What a stop.
down he goes at the 39.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Motion from the back. To the air. It's Mayava. He lofts it high and deep down the left
He
side.
dropped the ball.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll go back to the air on second down. Throwing on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Wide open spaces. Into the end zone. Touchdown,
Let's go.
USC.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy
What's
that
good,
just
Anthony?
breaks the container
Peace
of the
and
pocket,
blessings to you.
breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled.
Don't bail him out. What's good,
right at the
Tyson?
25-yard line on
Yo,
the
double
return.
tap the live, shot live.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Underwood escapes the pressure going right. Fires on the move. Complete in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They'll go back to the ground. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on
I know what that'll do next time. Sit that safety down.
takeaway, and now they're in business.
And another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing, Underwood. Caught behind the line. It's Marshall. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Changing the routes with his receivers. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Rushes on. Left side, it's Mosley. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Finds his target.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. Out wide left, it's Jordan. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his...
He's going to fire deep. Got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Making the adjustment on the play. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Trojans. He got it. Beat down in bounds.
What a drive.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Direct snap. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime.
Morning, bro. He said go blue. Fight on. What's good, James Griffin? Make sure you hit that follow button, bro. And I need y'all to click the link in my bio and come follow on Purple app on Twitch. Appreciate y'all. Zora was good. Hit that follow button, gang. What's good, Zora?
To kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Got to make the play on 4th. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception.
Man, look at that man-to-man defense. Get the crap out of here.
And he's going to run it all the way back.
I'm on line. Roll to the player.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
What's good, Zora?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your
Michigan
advantage.
D-line.
Well,
What's
on
good,
offense, no
fool?
doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Well, Long way to go on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Trojans want to move quickly. He has been open all day, and the key to making him a Trojan legend is to just feed him the ball.
Oh my God, bro, this dude doing
This guy
fucking
just
terrible.
can't find his own players.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Takes the easy completion. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the move. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing it around all day on design runs.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He's
Go Breeze, what's good with y'all, man? Everybody double tap the live. Let's get it to 200 likes. 200 likes.
down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What's good, Breeze?
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Wants to throw one first. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. back to throw. It's Mayava. They're all over him. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Left side, it's Bowman. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by one possession.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fresh set of downs going up top. Moving out to the right. Fires downfield. Right side, it's Mosley. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal
What a play
line.
call.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Now, when you run these
I need y'all to
screen
keep
plays,
running
you're
them
trying to
lights
get
up, man. It was
big play,
good.
they get
It
the ball in
would.
space, and
Peace
what a
and blessings.
great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. And he gets rid of it.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Underwood to throw.
Ah, he ran the screen. Look at my defense and react to it.
He's past the 30.
As soon as I go random, man.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got Lyman out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. much out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Here's some daylight. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Second and long here. Defense in press coverage. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Short pass. Gets away from one, finds room. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout.
Go,
And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game.
Appreciate you, bro.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. On the stop. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Third and goal, where the strong come through. Power ahead. Touchdown!
Goal line got bullets just now. Wow.
And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's changing the play. Scanning the field. It's Mayava. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked up.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Looking left.
Man, catch the
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable.
They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Gotta have it here on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Fresh center downs going to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Moving the pocket, it's Mayava. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Wide out trying to get it in. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. The snap sets up to throw. Lets it fly. Last chance, and he's got it. He's got it for the touchdown, and they can send it to overtime with the kick. Or do they dare try to win it here?
What an unbelievable job in this kind of hostile environment. Being able to execute like that, score the touchdown with no time left on the clock, and now it's decision time. On the road, this crowd is already stunned. Do you go for 2 and go for the win?
He's looking to throw. He's got it.
What a win. What a win. What a game.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this is we saw two.
That's the reason why we're both really good. I tell you what, in this week, lose something charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it for us as the season.
Appreciate it, Jane.
Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The Canes will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Out wide left, it's Jordan. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Fires to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Making the adjustment. Snapped on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he just pumped that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run him again. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Left side is Anderson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 30. At the 20. And with the pick 6. Touchdown, Miami. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. He's got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Another 3rd down stop for this defense, and they're excited, but you always kind of got to watch.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Mensah unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great
looking for the end zone. Touchdown! One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Bobby Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick. C.J. Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage. And the
guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Rolls right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Turns it upfield, and he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Fires to the right. Nice play to knock that one down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown.
Man, I don't have my playbook. I picked the wrong playbook on offense.
Exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality.
What's good, Percy?
You keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden
Big.
chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Bringing it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Carr. Still looking to his right. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Carr. Here comes the heat. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Say it. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, in 2 straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The field goal is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give is to Williams. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Give to the running back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Throwing, Carr. Picked off. What a play to set him up. There he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try the counter. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Carr to throw. Out wide right, it's Danzy. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Hits inside. It's Coleman Williams. Could be an alley. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Moves the pocket. It's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Hits the hole. It's Jackson. Turning it on. The 30. Running inside the 20. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out.
If I be on, I'll play him.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much
I'm
better
good with
job
it.
containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like a
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those, because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Throwing, say it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play they took a sack. This one they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Rush is on, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give is to Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. The give on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Right side, it's Gilbert. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Long way to go on second down.
Here we go. Ready.
Carr. They're all over him. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
To throw, it's Carr. Good timing on the quick out. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Buying time to his right. Powers through the defender. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping me.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They'll need a bunch on second down. The corners are walked up tight. Oh, pressure's coming. Just got rid of that one.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll try to race to the edge on first and goal with the wide receiver. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Play action, Carr. Big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Ohio State calls it second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll run it here on third and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Sayin. Look out! Out wide right, it's Smith. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Making his first move. The coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing. Carr. Turns it upfield. Past the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And this one is perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Here's Sayin to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
To the air, it's Sayin. Finds his tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down to the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Changing the routes with his receiver. Now here's Sayed. Takes a hit as he fires. Gets rid of it.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Fourth down, Sayed. Blasted as he lets it go. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
On the ground, it's Young. Breaks into the open. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. It'll be first and goal.
As a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up.
Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Takes the handoff. It's Young. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And they can't make the connection. Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Here's Carr to throw. Makes the grab. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, He advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Carr. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Motion from the wideout. Here's Julian saying to throw. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Ohio State 31, Notre Dame 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Irish. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Say it. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, looking for a man. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And I'm not surprised by the decision-making of this QB. Like, I would go there, too. Like, he's been the go-to guy, man. He's already got 2 touchdown passes on the day. So I'm going to take shots because I believe in my wide receiver. Sometimes it's not going to come home, and it didn't on that play. Tip your cap to the defense, but I got a feeling that's not the last ball he'll throw his way.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Saying to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. Driving forward, it's Williams. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Carr to throw for it on 4th. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Finds a crease. It's Jackson. Enough to move the chains. Finding some room. The 30. He's at the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35.
What's good, Coach? Peace and blessings to y'all, man. Make sure y'all following the page, bro. Everybody come click the link in the bio. Come follow on the Purple app. I need to see some people come follow on the Purple app on Twitch, man. Peace and blessings, bro.
They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Caught. Runs through the tackle. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Play action, C.J. Carr. Move to his right. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
2nd and long here. C.J. Carr firing again. They're working that left side. Sweet spin. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Carr. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy. Got him right there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. 4th down, Carr. He'll try to do it himself. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Long way to go on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, say it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. It's complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I'll tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys.
This is my first time using any of the playbook outside USC. Man, this mug is nasty. It's nasty.
Saying back to the air. Fires to the
Like,
right.
this playbook is lethal. I'm about to go eat breakfast and stuff, man. I pray y'all have a blessed day. Be back later. Peace and blessing to y'all, man. Pray y'all know the love of the Most High and His Son, Jesus Christ. Anybody got any questions, hit my DM. We'll get closer with the Bible, anything like that. We could talk about it. Before y'all leave, I need everybody to follow who ain't following. And then click the link in the bio and come follow on the Purple app. Come follow on Twitch, man. I appreciate y'all. Come follow on Twitch. What's good, Devin? I'll follow on the Purple app, y'all.